y'all had come into this cavern. Oh, I lost Brandon. Sorry.
Refresh to get Mark. I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Y'all had kind of made your way into this. I think you had just, they didn't really go very much further, Chris. As soon as you hopped off, all they did was clear that room of any hazards and then crossed the expanse where there was no bridge and got everybody over the water and into the door that led into this chamber.
Okay.
And then that's when we called it stop. So just a refresher real quick as y'all kind of walked in. Y'all were hit with, just basically hit with the smell of death and decay, worse than you've encountered thus far. This is most definitely where you would expect, based on the amount of decomposition and what you're able to see of the room. This is where, also with the number of holes in the ceiling, this would be, you would anticipate where it's been calling its home. Y'all kind of made your way very carefully just into the entryway. There's a wooden bridge that leads to the south and some stairs that lead down. The cavern is covered in ice and rock. The ceilings are roughly 50 feet high. And R2 was sent out to kind of make a quick beeline around the room to kind of see what it could see, and it got, I think, let's see, there he is. I had to zoom in some. As it was flying out and relaying this information back to Carrick, there's some creatures out here kind of milling about. It failed the roll against the perception of all these creatures, and it was R2 was spotted.
Okay, are we supposed to be on that map?
Not yet.
Okay, I didn't know.
And they saw it last night, but as y'all kind of got down in this inner sanctum, Mark, you've heard me describe previously holes in the ceiling and things like that.
Yeah.
For the purposes of the battle, especially since y'all have reached kind of its inner layer, I actually have the holes in the ceiling marked, so you'll be able to see all the possible entrances or exits for this thing. All right, y'all should be there now.
Side note, if y'all hear anything, everybody in my house is awake, so.
I haven't heard anything.
Hey,
And
you
we have guests over. What?
Are you coming to Oklahoma this weekend?
Yeah, dude, I'm bringing 60, 70 kids.
That's what Cole texted me a little bit ago. Told me that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
Right in it.
I'm gonna be bored tonight.
Oh. Gotta do something about my initiative.
Dude, I don't get it. I have advantage on initiative, and I'm still like the last one to go.
I'm a -1. How are you last?
No, I'm behind you.
Yeah, but you aren't rolling with advantage.
That's true. 7's the highest I've had in 3 sessions.
I don't
You're
know.
gonna get some dexterity.
I got time for deck.
Well, I critted, so of course I would crit on a initiative and nothing else.
Dude, you were rolling garbage last night, brother.
Yeah, you were.
I mean, it was bad. Not for initiative, just for shooting at anything.
Yeah.
So basically normal, like I was here.
So it's a normal day.
Although I did get us trapped in a room with a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that y'all split up.
Well, me and Chris were like, "What? I mean, what we'll just sit in the middle and like whatever kicks off, I guess we'll go.
Well, I figured something would happen, but I wasn't expecting the big guy.
Ivor, I don't see a rule in there. In the
24 for Ivor.
For some reason, it didn't put it in the turn order for him.
Yeah.
There we go.
What was it? Oh, 24.
Got it. All right. I got the turn order up. And the round counter is working again. Let's see here. All right. So went ahead and did the roll for initiative because, again, R2 is flying out, relaying this information back to Carrick. As he does so, he rolled for stealth versus the perception of one of these creatures. R2 is spotted, and as he flies overhead, one of these whites down in the bottom of this cavern sees R2. Sees a creature flying up and lets out a call, and you'll hear a cacophony of shrieks and yells throughout the cavern that kind of echo all around. You can kind of tell not only based on what you can see, but what you can hear, that there's quite a few of these creatures in the cavern. And with that, as y'all kind of draw your weapons, you will hear an even larger roar that you have heard a couple of times before. And as you do that, Jack is going to notice directly behind him that the door that you came through is pulled shut.
Yeah.
Good, they're trapped in here with us.
And
We're not trapped in there with them.
and with that, Ivor, you are up.
Okay. Trying to situate half y'all's pictures are taken up over the screen. I don't know if I've changed my settings or something. I can't see half the map for all the pictures.
It's a pretty large map. I actually had to zoom out.
You can go to your
The settings.
Make
Yeah,
that,
but I'm on the smallest. I'd have to take a picture of my screen and show you what, but anyway.
try it and control minus on your keyboard.
Say it again.
Control minus on the keyboard. You might be zoomed in on the Explorer.
Good call. That's exactly what happened. That worked out perfectly. Ivor's going to go 5. Let's see. 10, 15, 20. I'm going to just move right there.
Okay.
Hold my.
Are you gonna hold your action for what's going to be the trigger?
Any enemy that I see.
All right.
I'm just gonna say pull, and something comes out of those holes.
Or anywhere.
All right. All right. And you see what I'm talking about with the circles, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Those are above your head.
right. So I kind of skirted past one. I'm kind of still looking that way. I might
Gotcha.
go to here, right there. That's where my final turn.
All right. Garrett, you're up.
I will, I guess, kind of stay where I'm at, slide over a little bit, and I will say, "Hey, Baron," and I'll point down these stairs, and I'll say, "Run down there, real quick, like." And I'll pull out my cocoon and hold my action for when Baron gets down the stairs.
Okay.
And I'll call R2 to help Ivor on his next shot.
Okay.
So sneak attack on your next shot.
Okay.
And advantage.
Do you want to move his token over there, or is he able to do it from where he's at?
She's got 60 feet of flying. I guess I'll just have her come down like 10 so she can move 50 more feet.
Okay. All right. This guy is going to. I can do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right. And he is going to pull out his short bow and he is going to fire it at the being that he sees on the bridge. However, I can't remember what your AC is. I don't know if that works or not.
I'm looking. I can't remember what it is. 14. So yeah.
The bard has a higher AC than the ranger.
Yeah.
God.
Five cannons.
Dang, 14. I thought yours was a lot higher than that. All right. So you, as Ivor gets in position on the bridge, he's going to see a bolt come shooting from down below, and it's going to make contact with your shoulder and just do 11 points of piercing damage, which is nothing for you. You'll pull it out. Whoa. I just minimized the screen. That was good. All right. Next up is Jack.
I am going to.
So I don't see that guy, right, Jared? Somebody just shot me.
I haven't clicked on your token. I can go see. Let me see. Nope, you're not able to see him.
Okay.
It just came flying out of the darkness.
But he can see me. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on Carrick.
Yep.
That's nice.
Hey, thanks, friend. I don't know which one of these is invisible, but Angel Wings and Halos looks right. Oh, here's an eyeball. There you go.
Yeah, I'm so far zoomed out, I can barely even tell you there's something on there.
And I'm over.
All right. You going to take any movement, Jack?
No, I'm gonna stay right here for right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Let's see here. Okay. Where is he at? God, this map is so big. All right, this guy is going to move toward the group. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You should be able to see him now.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go ahead and use your action, because you said when you see somebody.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're going to shoot at that guy.
All right. As this thing approaches out of the darkness and enters your field of view, you're going to let loose your bow that you had previously held.
19.
Oh, yeah, that'll make contact.
12. That's
13, 20. Oh, no, excuse me, 13. 13.
I can only hold one action, right? I can't hold my second.
He gets sneak attack because R2 helped him and gave him advantage.
Oh yeah, you get advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
you only
that
get
was a 7.
one. Yeah, I think you only get one shot, right?
You only get one shot.
Well, if your action is 2 attacks, then you still get both your attacks. If you
Okay.
have 2 actions, then you only get.
29. Jeez, I'm rolling terrible again. Here we go with the
At least you're
reds.
hitting them, dude. I mean, you weren't doing that last night.
And that second one will make contact. All right.
You had a hunter's mark on that too,
On the second one,
don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I did not roll it. Let's see. Oh, there's a 6. Add 6 damage to that. Jerry.
Additional 6. Right.
Yeah, if he hits a target that's marked, he gets to roll that damage every time.
Yeah.
All right. He is going to trade bolts with you. He's going to fire his or arrows. He's going to fire his longbow.
Oh,
Hey,
ouch.
What the fuck? Okay.
Man, I hadn't. My second character's way back in.
And Daggerford
Yeah.
should be headed to Valor Point though.
Yeah.
And I can pick him up tomorrow.
Okay, I'm looking for this guy.
Jared's got too many people on the map.
Yeah, I'm going to have to zoom out further. Crap, where the heck is that thing? Oh, there he is. All right, this thing is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, this thing, I don't know if you're able to see it, but there's a creature that has come up from the bridge to the south. And he is going to fire his short bow at Ira.
Oh, holy crap. Maybe we should have made Ivor invisible.
yeah.
Baron, you're up. So that was 11 points of piercing, Ivor.
All right.
Yeah, I took it off.
I see the guy, and I heard what Carrick told me to do, so I'm gonna start 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, and when he gets to the foot of the stairs, he turns into a mammoth.
Okay.
Oh, I turned into okay. That's not what I was expecting, but I'll take it.
All right.
And then you hear Carrick say, just go hit stuff.
Yep. Shit, I gotta look up mammoth now. Is it? It's in a compendium.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
got it.
it's like 10 to hit and 4D. I don't know. He's got
I got it.
X.
I'm gonna throw it out.
I mean,
If you run an attack, you can bonus action second attack.
okay.
All right.
I've got.
Ba-
I mean,
Mammoth is what we said was what, 3 squares.
Oh yeah, it's a big animal.
All right, that's you now. The big. I'm gonna move Baron off to the side. All right. So the big thing is, and you should be able to now when I'm about to give you control of it. Edit. Controlled by Brock. All right.
let me try one thing real fast just to see.
Hmm?
No, go ahead. No, keep going.
I didn't hear what you said. You should have control of it now. So if you double click, you should have access to its character sheet.
I think it's a shift. But
Hmm?
yeah, go ahead. No, proceed. That was my. I could dash towards this person, but I'll hang right here. I need to figure this out.
All right. Well, first, make sure. Do you have control? Can you access its character sheet?
Yeah, he should have his rolls in the sheet, huh?
Yeah, that's what I say. If you'll double click on it with the shift.
Yeah. I don't, but all I see is like a generic human.
Yeah, that's if you click on it and then hold the shift and double click on it like you would normally. You should. I gave you control of it.
Right. Yeah, but that's not doing it. All that's doing is popping up the stat circles and the gear.
Well, look, it's simple. It's plus 10 to hit.
I got this. I got it. I got the character sheet pulled up already on the compendium.
126 hit points too.
All right, so he's that. So
Movement is 40, 126. Yeah, I got all this pulled up.
okay, all right. Well, you've been turned into that. So now, what are you doing?
If I'm just, let's see.
You got to reach a 10 feet, and you got technically 10 more feet of movement. So you could probably hit that guy.
Yeah, with the trampling charge. Well, I mean, if the trampling charge is allowed, I'll do that. On south of the Mammoth. It would probably be. I mean, do I get extra movement after I already?
I mean, you would just have your whatever movement you have left. As long as you had 20 feet of movement left when you turned into the Mammoth, you could do the trample. If you don't have.
You said all right, so now you just have 10 extra feet.
Yeah, I only have 10 extra feet.
But you also have that reach, so you could get him. You just couldn't do the trampling charge.
Right.
All right, we'll do that. I don't know how to move a Mammoth without covering people up, but we'll do the.
Well, then, just for the sake of easy to see, we'll know you're large.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Oh
yeah. You had reach
of 10 feet would be a gore.
Okay.
I can't click on it on this character sheet.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah, 48 plus 7.
Move my turn order back up. All right, so yeah, that'll make contact. So 11 points of damage. Wait, no, I didn't scroll all the way down. Sorry. 20.
All right, so 12 to hit.
I got so much pulled up here. I'd scroll back up to read something. 12 will miss.
Yeah. Thought it probably would. I don't know why I can't get that character sheet up, but is it
Right.
Alt?
I think it's control.
Is it Control?
Always been shift for me.
Yes, you
Yeah.
usually Shift, but
I gave, like I said, I gave you control of it.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's only one round. It's fine. Or one character.
All right, so next up is this guy right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's up. All right, he's going to pull out his short bow and shoot it at Carrick. Oh, he can't see Carrick. That's right. He's going to shoot it at Droot.
Oh,
Yep.
Damn, a crit right off the bat.
hello. Spreading it around.
So that will be 28 plus 15. Whatever that is.
The way
I think it already rolled it for you.
yeah, it rolled
That's
for
total.
you. So that's total.
Okay.
That's 2 3d6s out there.
Okay. I didn't hover over it. All right. And next is this guy way back here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It sees this gigantic mammoth or creature. I mean, I don't know if it would know it's a mammoth, but it sees this giant creature that doesn't belong, so it's going to shoot its short bow at it. Why did it not go through? Come on, click. There we go.
That hits.
Okay. All right, then that'll take 11 points. Not too terribly bad. Droot, you're up.
I'm writing a macro right now. Sorry.
All right, I can get down here to Ivor.
All right.
And I will. I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay. You will pop the healing potion, and it will take no effect.
Dadgum.
Uh-oh. Look up, boys. Look up.
Yeah.
Well, that was all for me.
All right, Grim.
That changes a lot for me.
Yeah.
Can I tell how far this bridge is from the ground?
Yes. Just basically from where you're standing, it's approximately a 20-foot drop to the cavern floor.
All right. Go here. Well, can I see anybody? It's the only person I can see down there. My healing's not gonna do anything. I'll, is that right? 2d8, yeah. On this guy right here. Sacred Flame. This guy.
Okay. All right. He's got to make a deck save.
Yeah. Yeah. 8 points of radiant damage.
8 points. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Actually, bonus action. I'm gonna look at Ivor. You have a +2 to your AC, Ivor.
Nice. Okay.
All right. As he does that, this creature down here, this white down here is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Walk there, and it is going to, again, attack this gigantic creature that is standing now in their domain.
Let me scroll down. I think that hit. Let me look.
I think you did, because I think something lower than that hit before.
Yes, yeah, it hit.
So the mammoth will take 29 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Single digits.
Don't make me write these macros for nothing. I need to hit something.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This thing is going to shoot its bow at Ivor and miss. And as we hit that portion of the battle, we hit round 2. You will hear a roar at that point. And
hey, it's our friend.
And with that, well, God dog, why does it keep doing that? All right. Let's see here. All right, Ivor, you are up.
I'm gonna step back 2 spots there, and I'm gonna shoot at this guy right here.
Okay.
Has he been hit? Have I hit him?
No, this guy has not been hit.
Okay.
This is the one that came out of the darkness and just took a shot at you
Took a shot at me, got me. Okay.
and missed.
Okay. Do I still have Archie with me, Brandon? Carrick?
Yeah, I told her to help you again.
Okay. And
No, actually, no, I haven't gone because you go before me and you had held your action. So she's already helped you for her turn. She doesn't have a turn yet.
okay.
Good
Well,
stuff.
That would have been nice, though.
That was a crit.
So does 14 hit?
Yes, yes, 14 hits.
Okay. So that's 20. And then I'm gonna take the don't use the sneak attack on this one. So 25, 13, 4, 17.
All right, let's see here. So 17. One second.
I like having my bird. I can see things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Trying to make sure everything that's supposed to be on the token layer is not. There we go. Hold on, I got 2 more things. All right. That's not where. All right. Let's see here. Next up is this thing is going to use 5, 10. And it is going to shoot. It's not going to get too close to this creature. Why is that not working? There we go.
No, if it's shooting at the mammoth, it's missing.
Yeah. It shot at the mammoth. Carrick, you're up.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna send my little recon drone out a little bit further.
Okay.
And then I'll go, holy shit, okay, hey, and I'll kind of point in this direction. And I'll tell everybody the evil death tyrant thing is here, and he's over there.
Okay.
And for my action, I shall firebolt that guy.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible? I can't remember. Is that how it works? I don't know.
If you have sneak attack, you always get sneak attack if you're invisible.
That's fine. Regular roll was a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll easily hit.
Double ones. 2 points of damage, sir.
2 points of damage. All right. That was this guy. That's all right. -2.
And then
All right.
just to keep them guessing, I'll take 3 steps this way.
All right. As you take that action, this creature is going to take legendary action. And it is going to fire it at. I don't think that's going to do anything because it's random, but it's going to fire it at this bird it sees flying there. So I'm not under the assumption that thing can be charmed.
I don't know. I guess it can. It's a beast.
But does your
Aren't there rules for being charmed, though? Is there an exclusion? Like if you're stupid enough?
Your intelligence score has to be below a certain threshold.
Yeah, because he's got an intelligence of 2.
Yeah, no, he's not. I think it's
Yeah, it's usually less than 4.
And it wouldn't matter. And like I said, it being something that you just conjured up. That he can only fire off a random one. I wouldn't have chosen that one, but that was what rolled.
I'll take it.
All right, Jack, you're up.
Jeez. Let me see if I can see somebody. 1, 2, 3. What is this big person like? Oh, is that Brock's
That's the
character?
mammoth. Yeah.
Oh. All right, I can see this guy, so I'm going to just vicious mockery him. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
Which one was it?
This one down here, right underneath Brock.
Wisdom save. Let's see if the force is strong tonight.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. Jeez.
Those things were rolling well before, and they're well, he's +1. He's not as awful as one of the other things. All right, you gonna hang tight up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back just a hair.
Okay.
And back that way.
All right. This thing is going to walk up to the mammoth, and he's going to multi-attack. The first hit will be for 50.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's for the crit.
Yeah, that was a crit on the advantage.
Yeah, I see that. It's just going to be 30.
Yeah.
sucker rolled 5d8. Shoot.
And then the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
So be a total of 55 points of slashing damage.
Jeez.
All right. 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Next is, where is that guy? There he is. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. He is going to fire his short bow at Drew.
That'll hit.
It is the mammoth's turn.
Okay. He's gonna try to stomp on this dude that just stomped on him.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
There you go.
Right.
That's really all he can do.
Okay. As he does that, this thing will use another random array. All right. He is going to shoot that, excuse me, at Droot. And that is going to be the, come on, why is the clicker not working? Slow anyway. So Droot, you're going to need to make a dex save 18 or better.
You hit.
Hey. All right.
That was clutch.
All right. And
Yeah.
is this guy 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Where's that guy? There he is. All right. He is going to take a short bow attack against Bard. That'll hit. And this one is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to take a short bow attack against the mammoth.
That mammoth is getting hit every time.
Yeah, that hit.
God dog, what is going on? I think it has to do with, I don't have a mouse pad for this thing. I'm playing on a TV tray and it is not tracking well. All right, should have brought up my card table. All right, next up is the Tyrant. He will use his irays. So he is going to roll an 8, 2, and a 1. All right, the first one is a petrification ray. He is going to fire that at Droot. Droot, you need to make a dex save.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
All right. As this thing hits you, you feel yourself beginning to slow. And as you kind of look down, you notice that starting at your feet, you're beginning to turn to stone.
dang.
You'll repeat that on your next turn, which actually is next.
Yeah, if I could have just gone first.
And let me do the other ones. The other ones were the 2 and 1. So next one's going to be the paralyzing ray. He's going to fire that at the creature standing behind him, which is Grim. So Grim, you got to make a Constitution save, 18 or better.
You get +3 though from me.
Oh my gosh.
All right. As you kind of try to take a defensive position behind Droot, you're hit with this blast, and you notice yourself starting to feel like you can't move at all, and you have been paralyzed. And the last one was a 1. And let's see here. Hold on 1 second. He's going to use that on the Bard. So you got to make a Wisdom save of 18 or better.
Wisdom save. Nope.
All right. As you kind of stand back there in the back, something kind of changes within you, and you are now charmed. And Droot, you're up. You need to repeat that save, 18 or better.
Missed it.
You don't get +3 for yourself?
That's included in it.
Ah.
All right. You are now petrified. So as you kind of stand there, you turn completely to stone. Grim, you're up.
So is the Constitution save?
Yep. 18 or better.
There you go.
All right. You are able to free yourself from the paralysis, and you're now free to move.
And I can see Darut is stone.
Yeah.
Does he get a save?
No, he is petrified now. He can be freed with a greater restoration spell or other type of magic.
Luckily for him, I'll cast Greater Restoration on him.
All right. Just as quickly as Drute kind of almost lost all consciousness, he is brought back, and he sees kind of the stone flake away as he is able to move now. Very thankful to the dwarf behind him. And next up is this creature. He is going to walk up to the mammoth, and he is going to attempt his attack.
Yeah, I hit.
All right, and the second one.
Well, slow your roll just a second. That last one's going to take it down to nothing. So.
All right, so your Baron reverts back to his original form.
Yeah, and damage carries over.
All right. And then, so that means the second swing will be against Baron himself.
At least you have a higher AC.
It was a crit.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is this thing on the bridge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to walk up to Drute. He's going to make its multi-attack. First one is a fail.
Yes.
Second one is a connect.
Yes.
You take 17 points of slashing damage. And top of the order. Ivor, you are up.
All right, I'm going to go after this guy right here. I don't know what to tell you about my rolls. That's insane.
You were shooting at the tyrant?
Is that
Another
one
guy.
more?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm zoomed in, scrolling around stuff. Where were you shooting?
The guy in front of it trying to kill Drew.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That'll miss.
Yep. And the second one, 18. Well, look at all the greens there, except for the one red. That's great.
That will hit. And so 12 points of damage. All right. Let me subtract that. All right, you gonna take any movement?
No.
All right. This one right here is going to fire its longbow in the air and try to hit the bird flying around.
Swinging at my bird? Yeah, okay. Bird's gone.
And then it is going to take its movement toward Baron. All right. Eric?
Carrick's gonna turn to Jack and say, I'm gonna need you to drop my invisibility. And which he can do at any time because you
It's a free action. It's dropped.
Carrick appears on the bridge and he vaults over the edge. Not really vaults, but runs down the stairs 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30. And well, that actually didn't work. So, okay, well, from here, you will see Carrick cast a new spell.
Okay.
If I can find it on the sheet. And I'm going to roll a d20. And Carrick disappears into the ethereal plane.
Okay. I guess you just tell him. I'm not going to read through all that. Just tell me when he reappears.
Yeah, started my next turn.
Gotcha. All right. We're at the 20. This creature is going to take a lair action. All right, Jack, I'm going to need for you to make a dex save of 17 or better.
Oh,
All right. You are effectively grappled. All right. So it is your turn. So you got to make a strength save of 17 or a dex save of 17 or better to escape.
Jeez. So I can choose strength or dex?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Boom.
Nice.
All right, so just as quickly as these tendrils sprout from the wall that you're standing near, you're able to pull loose from it and are able to do what you need to do.
I am going to cast I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern right here on everybody right in this area right here. Except I'm assuming I can't hit Carrick, correct? Because he's not on the plane.
I didn't see where you pop. I didn't see the beacon pop where you said your cap. There he goes. Okay, I see it that time. All right. All right. Everything in that area will need to make a wisdom save. So
What's the radius of that?
it's a 30-foot cube.
30-foot cube.
So he's either gonna catch somebody.
No, who won't catch Carrick if Carrick's not here?
I'm in another plane.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'm not used to. I've never seen that, but I don't remember that.
So you said wisdom?
He's on the.
I'm not used to you being the hunter from Destiny, blinking in and out of.
I just I put on my one ring of Sauron.
That's right. All right. So
I
that
can see everything. I'm in another plane.
That's a 30. That's a 15-foot radius, or
30-foot
30,
cube.
30 feet square.
Per cube. And what is it? A wisdom save?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one,
Jesus, he made it.
got one right there. All right.
If you scoot it over, you could get that one too.
Oh, I didn't even see anybody up.
But if you can't see him, you can't
Yeah, I
see.
can't see him.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna move that out of the way so I can select my guy.
That cube into like a diamond and miss Baron maybe.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Twist it.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I'll say that misses Baron.
Luke,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that misses Baron and gets all
Yeah.
three of them.
11
All right.
o'clock.
Oh yeah, it'll get those three. So I'm just gonna slide it out of the way so I can select the token.
Okay.
All right, the first guy he rolled a 17. I don't know if that counts or not.
Yeah, he makes it. Ties me.
And then second one fails.
Yep.
That was the skeleton right here, and then the last one's this bottom guy. And he's gonna fail as well.
That's two of them at least.
All right, so these two guys are in love with the bard now. I gotta find a cute little perfect little heart. All right, those two are charmed.
I'm completely numb.
You gonna take any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hide up in this little stairwell.
All right. And next up is that guy at the bottom, but he's incapacitated, so can't do anything. And next is this guy. And where's that guy? All right, he's right there. 15, 25, 30. This thing is going to take a swing at Droot.
And let's say DC 15.
Well, that'll be 31 points of damage, and you need to make a DC 15 con save.
Do I take the poison damage regardless of whether I make the Constitution?
Yeah, the sword is coated. You'll take the poison damage, but this will be whether you get the poison status effect.
All right. Well, then I'm back at 1. So that's my relentless endurance. I hit 0. Now I'm back at 1.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And you are now poisoned.
All right.
Baron, you are up.
okay. Well, I'll take a swipe at this one that's not incapacitated next to me.
Okay.
I mean, I'll step.
Yeah, it'll be that guy right there.
Yeah, I'll step up here.
Okay.
Regular swing, motherfucker.
That will miss unless there's some modifier. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use precision on that.
That'll make contact.
So that'd be 20
26.
points of damage.
All right. As your sword slashes across this one, he kind of several pieces of bone fall out of him. He's beginning to look kind of rough.
I got one more strike, so I'll use it. Again,
And,
still. Okay.
that plus one will tie it, so you'll make contact.
All right, well, that's 17.
17. All right. All right. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. As you finish that attack, this thing is going to use one of its legendary actions. It's going to use an IRA, and it's going to be a random for All right. It is going to hit, Baron, as you finish that swing, you're going to be hit by a pulse of energy, and you're going to need to make a DC 18 dex save.
Man.
All right. You feel yourself physically slow down, almost like you're moving through deep water. Your speed is now halved.
Okay.
And can't take reactions. And on your turn, you can only take an action or a bonus action. And next up is this guy. There's that guy. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It's got 35 feet of movement.
There's 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It'll miss.
Yep.
And next
See that up there?
is this guy. 5, 10, 15. Since you were like gone, is it able to move through a space that you were previously at?
I would assume so. I'm like in another plane of existence.
Okay. Just want to make sure. As you said, I've never seen the blink before. He's going to take a swing with advantage, but that won't matter. He's going to miss either way.
Who's got advantage?
Oh, I got too many. I'm zoomed too far. Sorry. No, he doesn't. Sorry. All right. Either way, it missed. And next up is the Tyrant. He will use his eye rays. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, and 8. So he's going to fire that off. Going to fire that at Droot. Droot, I need you to make a dex save of 18.
Oh, Drew.
Right, you succumb to the same effects that Baron previously did. You feel yourself slow down. And Grim, as you see, kind of Droot kind of be pushed back a few inches from this, pulsing energy. You're going to be hit by the same thing, and I need you to make a con save of 18 or better.
Taking a +3 from the root.
Yep.
Good.
Hmm.
All right. So you will take 8d8.
E8.
There's 4, there's 18, and 4 more. So take a total of 33 points of damage. And then the last one was a 8. Ivor is going to be hit by the same thing. He went straight down the line. Ivor, I need you to make a dex save of 18 or better. All right. You will feel strained for a moment, but your constitution will be able to shrug off this effect. And Drew, you are up.
I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Good.
And then I get to make the dex save again. I did not make it.
All right, so you will remain slow. All right. Are you going to stay put, or are you going to try to use any of your half movement?
No, I'm staying put. I got one health, man. They hit me, I'm done.
Grim, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to do Turn Undead, and these two guys in front of us, I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
or get away.
Wisdom save. All right, this is that skeleton. He failed. And then this will be the white right below you. Evil. It's a fail as well.
They'll have to use their.
They move away immediately now, and then they continue to do that, right?
Let's see. Turn creature must move as far away as possible. It cannot willingly move within 30 feet of you. Okay.
I think it's their turns. They have to move away.
Okay, I didn't know if it was immediate. I knew it was on the turn. I didn't know if it was immediate that they were repelled. All right.
So
So
I get to make a con save for my slowness.
yes.
Oh wait, no, I took damage.
Oh yeah. That was Ivor that he shirked that one off. It was Droot that had to get rid of his. Right, and as you do that, will be another random. That was a 9. All right. As you do that, it is going to fire this at. It's going to fire this at Droot.
Oh no.
Well, boys, it was nice knowing you. And I'm done. I'm dead.
Right. Get ready. Droot, as you stand there, Droot becomes a pile of fine gray dust.
I'm just going to throw that out there because somebody just died. I assume I can't counterspell this stuff.
It's not a spell.
Yeah, it's eye raise.
So like your character's dead forever.
Yeah, Drode's dead forever.
That's kind of anticlimactic there.
All right. Next is Grim.
Spell can bring him back, I think.
Yeah, there's something that can bring it back.
Yeah, witch.
Oh yeah, just 7 more levels, good. 8 more levels.
All right. Next is
My turn.
Yep.
So Daruk falls in a pile of ash in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These two guys.
They are they're turned undead.
Nothing I can do for Daruk at this point. And we got two guys on the bottom that are charmed, and then one guy that's next to Baron. Two guys next to Baron, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's not good, guys. I will look at the guy next to this guy here.
Which guy?
Guiding bolt.
They said this guy.
Yeah, the wraith next to Baron.
Right. Okay, gotcha. All right. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely that hits. Oh, all right. That is enough to kill him.
Do I get like a? Well, I'll use my action next round. These guys are leaving.
All right. You going to do anything else?
I'd like to gather up Druid's ashes.
Yeah, I mean, I would give you that as a free action. Graham, I mean, you don't have to even bend down that far because you're, 3 feet tall. And he was pretty big, so there was a pretty large. There was a pretty large pile of ash. So Graham will bend down and scoop the ash from that was formerly Droot into. I guess you've got some type of satchel or something.
I have a backpack, but yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can to get all of it.
Okay. All right.
I'll spend extra action if I need to get it all.
Okay. Next up is this thing in front of you. He's going to spend his turn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And next, top of the order, Ivor.
I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
16.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit. So 10.
Actually, that damage. Well, take the 10 and the 3. Not the sneak attack. But I do. It should have Colossus Slayer, so take 2. So 15 for that hit.
Okay. As you hit him in the back with the first arrow, he's almost going to double him over. He's moving slower as he tries to move away. The second arrow will also make contact.
Add 11 to that in the second arrow.
Okay. All right. This thing is looking pretty rough.
I'm gonna move to this side where I can see down into the pit.
Okay. All right. Is that all you're gonna? Do you
Yeah,
have
that's it. That's all I got.
All right. All right, let's see here. The next, this whole thing scrolled. All right, this thing is incapacitated. So, Carrick, it's your turn.
Carrick will appear here and will continue my charge. 10, come on, work. 10, 20. And there's that bastard.
Okay.
And then from here, you will see Carrick reach into his bag and pull out a big green gem and hold it up in the air and say a word, and a streak of bright light will shoot right at the Death Tyrant, and he needs to make a Constitution save.
Constitution save. All right.
He is blind.
I was gonna say, I assume that's a fail. All right. That was the brightness thing, right?
Yep.
All right. As you hold that up, the beam of light is going to hit the beholder directly in his center eye, and he is going to be blinded.
10, 15, 20. I have 10 feet. I'll back up. And then I will not disappear.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, Jack, you're up.
All right, I'm going to Vicious Mockery this
Oh,
guy.
wait, hold on 1 second. you're going to be able to take your turn. He is going to use a layer action because it was the turn 20. And he's going to do this one. So it is not one of his eyes, but it's a spectral eye that appears. It'll be a 3. So it's going to be this. He is going to fire it at the wizard that just blinded him. So you need to make a wisdom save, which you should be able to do.
No, my wisdom sucks. And that was a natural 1.
No, all right. Well, you are now frightened of this thing.
So you had an extra eye laying around?
What?
I was just wondering, he had an extra eye laying around?
Yeah, it's a layer action. He can,
No, yeah, it's a layer action. It's not one of his eyes. It's a spectral eye that opens out of thin air. All right, now go ahead. Now, he can only use that at turn order 20. You're up, Jack.
Okay, I'm gonna vicious mockery this guy here. Hopefully put him at disadvantage. So he needs to do a wisdom save.
All right, he's -1. Nope. Well.
Jesus.
There's a wise skeleton.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Wow, he rolled a 19. Shoot. All right. Next is this guy that's incapacitated in front of this white down here in front of Baron. So next is going to be this big guy. 5, 10. He is going to attempt to hit the wizard.
mm-hmm.
I think the second one missed, didn't it?
Second one misses.
And third one misses.
Yes.
All right. And then this one that was standing in front of everybody is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But as he run, Ivor, he left. He was within melee of you and of Grim. So both of y'all can make opportunity attacks.
1, 2.
And that'll hit him. And that will hit him. Nope. And that will kill him. All right. Baron, you're up.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'll hit the guy next to me because I don't want to move. I mean, I want to move, but.
Oh, yeah. That'll hit. That's this dude right in front of that guy, right?
The only guy that's conscious.
All right. Yeah. As you wallop off a hunk of him, you're going to notice that he's looking pretty rough. These skeletons are paper tigers.
Do it again. Get rid of this dude. Or try to.
Oh, yeah. That hits, and that will destroy him.
All right. I'll take my movement to 5, 10, 15. So that's half my movement. I got to make a save, right? Wisdom or Constitution or something?
You were slow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to scroll. Let me go back to his sheet. Slowed. Yeah, it'd be a dex save of 18 or better.
I will try it. Oh. Never mind.
Right. Next up is this thing. 5, 10, 30. Okay. And next is this skeleton standing next to Jack. Jack, I don't have a marker on him. He succeeded on that last thing, right?
Yeah, he succeeded.
All right, he's just gonna take a swing at you with a sword. That'll miss.
Misses.
All right. All right, the Death Tyrant is up. He is blinded and so is unable to target anyone with his raise. And so his turn will pass with very little excitement. He is going to use his movement.
Hey. Yeah, y'all like to turn
He
it
is
off.
going to raise up
Probably if I hear him one more
the hole
time.
that he lowered in.
Okay, tell him, everybody. You got me.
All right. Drew is currently a pile of ash in Grimm's backpack. Grimm, you're up.
Use my movement. Come down here.
As you get closer to there, let me check your thing. Yeah, it looks like you can just barely see. You'll notice it's a hard because it's kind of on the edge of the thing. It might be hard to make out, but when I click on your token, it looks like you can see down here to the south. You'll see what Carrick originally relayed to you, a switch that looks like it controls the water.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to. I'm going to target this guy here.
Oh, I was scrolled down at the switch. Which guy?
It's the gentleman above Baron.
That one. Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to try to banish him.
Okay. He has to make a charisma save.
Yep, made it. I'm going to take my move less 5 feet, my move to go down there.
Okay. All right. This one is going to continue his retreat. Driver, you're up.
I'm going to take a shot at the Death Tyrant.
He's off the reservation.
He left.
Yeah, earlier when he took his movement. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he left? Oh, when he did that, okay. I'm going to follow down here toward Grim.
Okay.
Come on, beside Grim, and I'm going to take a shot at this guy.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. If you make contact, that'll probably kill it.
17.
Oh, yeah, that makes contact. And is that 13? 13.
Take away the sneak attack. I don't get sneak attack.
Okay. He's hanging on for dear life with that.
All right, well, then my second attack hits him for 5.
That'll do it.
Okay.
So that last arrow causes him to tumble over forward and break apart into all his bones and rot.
All right, then I'm going to finish moving by there. Finish movement there, my last movement.
You'll see the same thing that Grim and then Carrick previously relayed down here. You'll see what appeared to be a mechanism that R2 previously had scouted. And next up is this guy that's incapacitated. And Carrick, you're up.
I will turn to Baron and pull out my licorice root and tell him, get him for Groot. And you will feel your typical surge of adrenaline.
Okay.
And then I disappear into the ethereal plane.
Okay. Poof. All right, Jack.
I guess I'm gonna just try to vicious mockery this guy again. So I've still got all my concentration up. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right, you gotta stand right next to you. How?
Yep.
There's.
All right. Seven hit points.
And I can't remember. Does it have any other status effect?
He's at disadvantage on his next attack.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Next is this guy that's also incapacitated. So we have this creature right here. This creature right here initially was swinging at Carrick, but he has now popped out of existence. So he's going to turn his attention to Baron.
Okay. He just ran straight up to me, like, who done it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Oh, I was like, he didn't have an attack? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he missed on that one.
First one misses. Second one I think misses, doesn't it?
Yeah, it misses.
All right, and then the third one is the chain. That's a miss.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing's just clawing and swinging at you, and you're going full Neo, dodging everything.
Yeah, I just didn't realize you were about to roll damage.
He missed an attack. Do you?
He missed all of
Are
them.
you still slowed?
Yeah, I can't do a bonus action. Well,
Okay.
if the guy left, and does he break concentration? How does that work?
He's not out of the battle. He's just he took his movement to move vertical.
He's gonna pop out of another hole eventually.
Okay. So yeah, no, I can't do that. But I can't hit this guy. Well, no.
Oh wait, I forgot to roll for my wisdom save again. Right? Don't I get to roll every round?
Yes. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Honestly, they've been passing out like Halloween candy. I can't remember what your ailment was.
I'm feared. I missed it though. I'm still afraid.
I still get my turn. I just don't get a reaction.
Right. You can only take an action.
Or a bonus action, but not both.
Yeah, or a bonus action, and
Right.
you can't take reactions.
That's what I'm saying. I still get hit this guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
3 times.
Huh?
3 times.
Yeah, I know.
So next is this guy right here. He's going to.
I thought I was next after he moved towards me.
Yeah, you skip me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I clicked it one too many times. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. I was just.
Yeah, that was my bad. My mouse got click happy.
Okay. I'm gonna just start swinging then.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
I'll just do this 3 times.
All right, let's see here. Oh, the second one will hit. That's 19 plus 1. All right. Now, I didn't see the third one. Oh, wait, there it is. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'll also roll.
Another night.
Hang on 1 second. I'll also roll. What level are we?
9.
No.
Let me look at this map. Go ahead. I'm gonna roll a second wind, but I don't. That you can keep going in the turn order.
Okay. All right. While you're doing that one, this one above was taking his movement. All right. And which one is this? Where's that guy? Oh, this is the one next to Jack. I always forget about this one up here. I gotta scroll back up. All right, this one is disadvantage.
Yep.
So 17 will miss.
17 misses.
All right. All right, next up is the tyrant. He takes his movement. All right. Grim.
Mm-hmm. God dang.
What happened?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
I'm trying to measure on the map real quick. I'm gonna hold my action. Until after Ivor goes.
Okay. Ivor, you're up.
Okay. Let's see here. Going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, wait a minute. If I dash is my action, I get another 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to double your movement if you're using your action to dash.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. 10, 15, 20. Oh, wait a minute. Those squares, are they different than the blocks?
Yeah, they're different blocks.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, this map had very faint grids already done in. You're going by the dark ones.
Okay. Am I by the switch that turns on the water to this?
Right? Yeah, you are.
Okay. All right. What kind of switch is that? Can I tell? Well, I mean,
Yeah, if you make it, I'll give you a free investigation check. I mean, because you're just looking at it. It's not anything fancy that you're trying to do. As best that you can tell with the critical fail, it appears to be some type of levered switch, and you just simply see that it sits next to where there's water slowly trickling out from underneath a large wooden iron gate. It's got both. It's got iron studding that goes around it. The main part of it's wood, and it's kind of covered in ice and decay.
okay.
All right. Next is this thing that's still incapacitated. Carrick.
Carrick appears here and will firebolt the big guy in front of Baron.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That'll miss.
All right. And I get to roll a wisdom save. 23 wisdom save.
That'll do it. You're no longer frightened.
And Carrick disappears again.
Okay. So, poof. That's a neat spell.
Oh, I guess I should move too. I'm gonna move before I disappear.
Okay.
15, 20, 25.
All right.
Yeah, I'll sit there and then I'll disappear.
All right, Jack.
I am going to hold my action until this guy.
Hold on, I held my action until
Oh yeah, that's right. You did for Ivor until Ivor did something.
right. Sorry,
No, I forgot about it too.
I was reading something else. The gentleman going up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to banish him again.
Okay. He will fail. All right. So you will look over his direction, and just as you saw Carrot pop out of existence, you'll work your own holy magic, and this thing all of a sudden will disappear out of existence. He's been banished.
Okay.
And that lasts for 1 minute, right?
Yep.
So we are in turn number 6. So at turn 16, if we make it that far, is when he'll come back. Now, Jack, you said you were holding your action for this thing that was coming up the stairs. So now that's not, what do you want to do?
That through a kick of that plan. I'm not upset about. I do something about this guy. I'm going to.
What'd you do?
I'm going to use dissonant whispers on this guy right here next to me.
Okay.
So he's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
-1. There we go.
Finally. So 3d6, and he's got to do. Got to take all of his action. Must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. All right. Is here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as you notice, he's kind of hobbling away. You'll notice that the damage that you did is slowed him down. He doesn't look at 100%.
Well, that being the case, I'm going to move this way. 3,
Yep.
5, 6. Over here.
All right. Next up is this one that's by Baron that's still incapacitated. And this remaining devil that is next to Baron is going to attempt swings at him. Isn't he at disadvantage?
Is he?
I can't remember. I don't have a mark. I don't have a mark on
He's
him.
not. He's not. He hadn't been affected anyway.
Okay.
I didn't do anything to him.
All right. First one is that'll hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Second one.
I'm going to use my cutting words to try to drop that sum.
Okay.
Yeah. If you cut it 1 point, it'll be good.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
And the third one will miss.
Okay. Yeah.
And Baron is up.
Do a little housekeeping here. Yeah, I'm swinging this guy in front of me again.
Okay.
Let me see what I can add to this. I will. First one, I'll add a menacing attack to, which will. Does that hit? Probably not.
No, that does not hit.
Does 18 hit?
The 18 does not hit.
Fucking hell! All right. Yeah, well, I'm gonna just Great Weapons Master this one because who cares? And again, does Is
All right,
it?
yeah, that one will hit 19. Tie goes to the runner.
Okay.
So that is 37. All right, this thing is, you notice that this thing is not looking horrible, but I mean, he's definitely sustained significant damage.
Well,
It would be the banished guy's turn, so it'll pass him. I assume, are you going to take any movement, or are you going to hold still?
me?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back 5. He'll have a chance to hit me,
He'll just try to claw you. That'll miss.
and I'm gonna start. 1, 2. I only have half movement. But I'll start flying straight in the air.
Okay, cool.
Over to here.
All right, you are now levitated up in the sky. All right, the banished guy's turn passes, and the next one is this one that was running away from Jack. He will continue to use his. I can't remember for that. Is that all he's able to do? I can scroll up.
No, it was just a one-time deal.
Oh, one time. Okay, I didn't know if he had to, because there was one previously. I can't remember who used it, that they never could attack. All they could do was run. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to run up to Graham and attempt to swipe at him. He'll miss. All right. All right. The tyrant is going to take his movement. Uh, 10, 15, 20. All right. Graham, you're up.
Again, I'm going to hold my action until Ivor goes.
Okay. Top of the order, Ivor.
I'm gonna use this switch to open the whatever's holding the water back.
Okay. It's a pretty what would we say? Prominent lever attached to this thing mechanism, and it's kind of been frozen and unused for so long. I'm gonna need you to make a strength check. All right. Ivor's going to press down this. It's going to take him a little bit more time than just opening a door, but you will press that down. As you do so, you're going to hear a not so good sound. This wooden door that's here, this reinforced iron wooden door that's kind of holding back this water, it begins to raise slightly, and the water begins to flow. But what at first appeared to be a controlled flow, it actually begins to splinter and break, and the entire door comes off, and the water comes rushing in. And as that happens, the room begins to fill up with water. And it is exponentially rising from the pool that is here at the bottom, and every few seconds it seems to be moving a couple feet. You have unleashed an underground river into the chamber that you're in.
All right, I'm gonna take my movement then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, so my action was I can't dash is what I'm saying, because I used it to use the lever, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Next is
I'm gonna hold my action.
okay.
Baron's not here, but is he like in the air flying?
Yeah, you should be able to see him now. I think he flew up.
I got you.
I use my
I can see
movement to fly. I mean, I could only get like I move 5, so I'm like 10 feet off the ground, possibly
Okay.
less than that.
I'm going to use my action to attack the guy next to me right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to hit him. 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I will use that. I'm going to knock him back 10 feet. And
Not only will it knock him back 10 feet, but it will destroy him.
okay.
All right. This is this turn. The skeleton that's laying or incapacitated near Baron, so his turn goes by. Carrot, you're up.
Well, I was chasing that guy down, so I guess I will shoot over the 2 guys that are. I assume this guy's taller. I'll just shoot at him.
Okay.
No, come on, 17 to hit.
No.
And I do not disappear.
Okay. You can take any movement?
I guess I'll mosey on up the stairs.
Okay. Jack,
All right. Who's at half movement speed?
Baron.
Besides Barry. Nobody else besides
But he's
Barry.
also hasted, so he should
Yeah.
get normal movement speed.
Oh, that's true. I guess I could have moved more. Last
Oh yeah, you did negate that. That's right.
But Ivor and Baron aren't at half. Either one of them aren't at half.
No, they're fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go with them.
technically I could have moved more last time, Brandon. You're right.
Then I'm going to Dissonant Whispers this guy down here.
Okay.
Try to get him to move as far away as possible. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
That'll be a fail. All right, that's immediate, so he will use his 40 feet. Let's see.
It's the wrong button.
As he runs away, he is,
7 points of damage.
he is going to. You'll see that as he flees, he is now waist high in water. The chamber continues to fill, and it is filling up fast. The remaining movement you're going to use?
I'm going to move back towards this door. Actually, I'm just going to move right there. I'll block the passageway. Otherwise,
All right, and next is this guy that's incapacitated.
to be fair, any type of movement or shaking would wake these 2 guys up. So if the water's rushing in, I would assume that it's going to wake them up.
Okay, all right. Then we will.
Let the record show I did not want to tell you that.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, because the water is definitely would have rushed in kind of like a wave. Let me take these little icons off. All right. And it's this guy down here. All right, he has fled there. He is half submerged in the water, so he's in difficult terrain. Now he is going to have half his movement. So, okay. Baron, you're up. You're flying above the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Since I am hasted still, I'm gonna move to the bridge. Land up to where Abdul Jarut was,
Okay.
and then look around like wondering what's going on.
All right. The banished bone devil undead thing is still gone. The tyrant going to use his movement. ahead, Drew. Grim.
I'll hold my action until after Jack goes.
Okay. Ivor, you're up.
I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20.
Could I make a perception check for just as a free action?
Yes.
Besides the door we came in, is there another way out of this joint?
The door that you came in, and then previously with R2, he relayed it to Carrick. Down here at the bottom where the large wooden gate, this was an enormous, like, cavern-sized door that the water would normally be raised and be vented through to go toward where it would then be used to raise the gates or open the gates in front.
Is that down here? Like
down here.
It's bottom right, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a switch? Did we see a switch?
Yeah, R2 did. There was a switch down here, but this door, the gate is closed, and that's one of the reasons the room is filling up so fast.
Okay, so there's not a gate down here.
Yeah, it was a gate that opened, you'd say, upstream where the water is pouring in from deeper within the mountain.
I got you. All right, fair enough.
All right, Ivor.
I moved next to Grim.
Okay.
I can't see anything. I can still see those guys down there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely hammer one of those guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that guy.
Sure.
I'll choose that guy. Are you kidding me?
That'll miss.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Hey, at least
That one will hit.
critted.
Oh, but it's 9 plus
Stanley
5.
every time.
So it's 14 doubled, 28.
18 plus 5. All right, that will kill that one. All right, with the passing of that turn, you will the water has now reached the bridge itself, and the Bone Devil is covered in water, so as has this one. So everything below the bridge is now submerged completely, and the water continues to rise. And that thing, it was its turn. It is being swept away underneath. His turn will pass. Here.
I will turn to Jack and say, "Can you take me to the lever?"
Yes. And I'm going to run down here, grab Carrick.
And hold my action, yeah, until I'm at the lever.
I'm going to grab Carrick and I'm going to dimension door us down to the lever.
Okay. Y'all will be, let me, let's see here. I got to zoom out and then grab the two of you. All right.
And for my held action, I will try and open the lever.
Right. Same thing. I need to you to make a strength check.
Oh, good. I'm so good at those. Especially since I'm at disadvantage.
We literally have the two worst people for this position.
That would be a 17 and a 5. So a 5.
Okay. Carrick is going to lean on it with all his might, but the switch will not budge, or the lever will not budge.
And I will say, you should have brought the strong guy.
Yep. The only one I could get to.
All right. So this one has been swept under the water as well.
I had a held action after Jack.
Okay.
what is the water level doing? How high is it?
It is now sloshing up over on the bridge. Your feet are getting wet. So that was roughly 20 feet from the bottom. So it's risen 20 feet.
That's a lot of water.
Really quick. Okay, I'm going to pull out my pearl. And a piece of cork.
Okay.
And I will cast water walk on all of my people on the bridge.
Okay. All right.
All become Jesus.
And I'm going to step out on the water and use my 25 feet of movement to go this way.
That's faith. That's faith.
All right. Baron, you're up.
Okay.
You will see the bone devil underneath Graham as you walk over, fighting against the current and drowning.
I'm gonna take care to keep my backpack well with water.
Okay.
The root in it.
The lever they went to was over here somewhere.
It's down here.
Where?
Down here in the bottom
Right.
bottom.
Literally the very bottom right.
Okay, I guess I would have saw them go that way. So let's go. I'll come up here next to Graham. Since I'm hasted and I got half movement, I need to make a wisdom save. Right?
Yes, I think I don't have that. Let me
Yeah, it
pull
didn't
up.
matter. I think it was Dex. Sorry, it was Dex. Yeah, I fell. Yeah, that was roughly 30 feet. I think maybe I had one more square in me. Yeah, I was up here about 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. No, that's I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. All right. The other one is still banished. Next up is the tyrant. It is taking its movement and then it will descend from the ceiling. It's still blinded though and will be unable to fire its eye rays. Grim.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. Yeah. I'm going to use my movement. Use my movement. Can I still hold an action?
Say it again. I'm sorry, you cut out there for a second.
If I use my movement, can I still hold my action?
I believe so, unless someone knows better than me. But yeah, you hadn't taken your action. You can hold it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Dash. Okay.
All right. Ivor.
I can walk on water, right? You cast that on. I was there. do, man, I can't see this screen. Let's see. 10, 15, 20. $30, $35, $40, $45, $50, $60. Dash to there.
Okay. As we've now come back around to Ivor's turn to flip the switch, the water has, as Ivor and Baron and Graham had been walking across the water, it's been steadily rising. Y'all are pushed into the ceiling itself. The room is now fully submerged, and I'm going to need everybody to make Constitution saves.
I'm gonna say Fandolin. Cap of water breathing.
Oh yeah. You got keep the water moving.
Con save.
That's his keyword.
Oh, all of us.
Mhm.
Unless it's for something besides breathing underwater.
No, it's for
Oh boy.
all right. At this point, everyone has pushed into the ceiling, and you have run out of all breathable space. Y'all begin to partially take in water through your lungs and begin to drown.
Except for me.
Iron Lord.
The tyrant is pushed up as well. He is overcome with the water. And he is actually pushed back up through the tunnel in which he had kind of burrowed. And he will disappear into the ceiling as the water actually begins to fill all of the holes. And he will disappear. Where's this thing? Let's see. There he goes. Layer GM. So we are now back up to Carrick.
Am I still underwater at this thing?
Everybody's underwater.
I mean, I'm at the lever still because I didn't have the water walk thing, right?
Yeah, you're being sloshed around as more water continues to pour.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Jack and give him a thumbs up and kind of do the thing, and I'm gonna get ready and see if Jack and I together can.
Yeah. And before I go, I'm going to inspire Carrick.
Okay. And I need, as y'all try to do this underwater, in order to get some ability to put your weight up against this and move this lever while you're, being sloshed around. Everybody make athletics check. Or excuse me, athletics check. I almost said save, but a check.
Save would have been better.
Oh gosh.
That'd be a 1.
All right. And now make your strength check, Jack and Carrot.
Uh, 14.
That's with inspiration?
That's a D10.
Yeah.
15.
Jeez.
All right. Y'all are able to get a hold of the lever, but with it being underwater, based on the athletics check, y'all are unable to get a good enough footing to push off the wall to move it.
All right.
That creature is being sloshed around, and he is drowned. Baron? Yeah, you are the, as far as I know, the only one that is able to breathe underwater.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to the lever. Can you move me there, like that direction? They came down here. I'm following Grim, I guess. So 1, 3. Are we both doing this? Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, you told me to go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was gonna follow Grim, I guess, but. And let me do wisdom save, which is futile. No, dex save is futile. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about as far as I can go.
Hey, if you're hasted, you got advantage on all deck saves, don't you?
All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, haste does give you advantage on deck saves.
All right. It won't matter at this point because it's now back up to this thing's turn, and he has been pushed out of the way, and y'all are now out of combat.
No.
So as the seconds tick away, because it was, I believe, for a minute. I believe. Let me make sure. I don't want to steer you wrong. Slow. Yep, 1 minute. So it's going to be. He said the water has pushed him up, and he is battling the water out, and so he is no longer in combat in the order, and everyone else is submerged and being thrown around and either drowned or out of the fight. So y'all are out of combat again. The thing continues to rise. Y'all are all completely submerged, fighting the waves as we now shift into real time, and y'all are continue to hold your breath as long as you can. You can all make con saves again.
I'll go while they're doing con
What
save.
do you think, Baron?
Huh?
Jeez, that's 2 ones in a row.
Right. At this point, your lungs are almost fully filled with water as you fight for every last bit of breath. And I mean, we're in real time here, so y'all can tell me what it is y'all want to do.
I'm gonna keep yanking on this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on assisting.
I'm going over there.
I'm gonna swim and can I see what they're doing over there?
You sure can.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go too then, if I can see.
Yeah, we're in real time. Y'all are out of combat, so y'all would be.
Oh, good. I'm just gonna point at it, and because I'm useless at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I can see. I can breathe, and I'm relatively strong.
I just keep picturing. I just watched Casino Royale, and that drowning scene in that at the end of that movie was so realistic. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. At this point, everyone that swam down there, I assume Ivor's going to do the same.
Yes.
I knew you had stepped away for just a second. I went ahead and moved your token for you.
This is a strength check.
Yeah, the 2 strongest guys go for it.
Yeah, everybody that's doing it needs to make an athletics check for trying to perform this underwater.
Well, hell, let's all do it at the same damn time. How big's the lever?
Fairly large.
12 hands on it.
Yeah, y'all can do that easily because this is the main flow gate.
Unbelievable. I've been doing so terrible.
Athletics. Okay, the carrot slips off the handle.
Yeah.
All right. Based on the other 2, y'all are able to get a good enough grip to actually get some footing based on Baron and the dwarf Grim. Now everybody roll strength.
Well, hell, I'm not even better than.
Okay, yeah, that'll be sufficient there. As y'all give it one last pull, it actually begins to move as y'all put all of your pressure down with your feet and lift up. As you do so, this cavern-sized gate to y'all's right begins to slide. And as y'all do that, the pressure is relieved, and y'all are immediately, like water down a drain, sucked straight down.
Oh, we weren't holding on.
You can. I mean, this is. You can go ahead and make a strength check to save your grip, but y'all are so close to this thing, it's going to have to be astronomical.
Save or a check?
Save.
Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah.
This is going to be. Yeah. Nobody passed. All right, so y'all are immediately sucked straight through this gate due to your proximity with extreme force. Y'all are going to be jostled around as you go shooting through the cavern, and this is where y'all would have been, roughly in this area right here of the map. And you are going to be sucked in this direction as the flow of water goes toward the gate, the front of the citadel. You are moving at an extremely high rate of speed, not only for the amount of water, but the amount that had built up. And as y'all do so, where's my map? Where's the map? Let me scroll here. Whoops.
Everybody that had water walk will be on top of the water.
Okay. Yeah. As you are pushed through this cavern or this chute, I guess you'd say, it actually begins to open up, and because the pressure was relieved, as you shoot down this almost like Goonies style slide, the water actually starts to pull away from the ceiling because it's now able to flow freely, and those y'all attempt to swim to the surface, and those with water walk, which I think was everybody, right?
No, I didn't have it.
I didn't do it.
The ones with water walk will immediately rise to the top. You'll have to, all but Grim, because he's short, will have to kind of duck as the ceiling above you shoots by to avoid hitting your head. Carrick and Jack will have been able to get to the top of the water, but not stand on it. So you're floating, being slip and slide down this thing. As you do that, everybody make perceptions checks.
Man,
Unbelievable.
Mine's a 19. My passive is 19. So
Okay. Well, yeah, with that passive, you're definitely going to be able to see. Grim is going to, over the rushing water, is going to shout to everybody. You're going to notice as y'all get approximately right here, what appears to be a raised platform that this is going to be shooting underneath. Y'all are headed directly for it. The water, from what you're able to tell, is passing directly underneath it. It's roughly about 10 feet above your head, or based on where you're at, it looks roughly feet above the water line. Y'all are coming up on it quick.
yeah, I'm gonna try to swim toward it, I guess.
I'm gonna do like an escalator and just step off onto it.
I'm just going to walk over it.
Yeah, like an escalator, just kind of like step off onto it.
All right.
Oh yeah, I am too. Yeah, I'm forgot
All right.
I'm walking.
The two that did not have that, what are y'all going to do?
I'm going to try and grab the edge.
Yeah, just grab the red edge.
I'll go
Okay. At the rate of speed you're moving, I'm going to need you to make a Dex save.
I'm glad I'm not making the deck save. I hadn't made that damn thing all night.
This is just pitiful.
All right. Jack and Carrick are going to be able to just at the last moment. Your fingernails are going to claw and fingers are going to claw on the sides of this as the current tries to carry you by, but you will be able to hold on to stones that are jutting out and pieces of wood. Y'all will be almost like in a wind tunnel. You're going to be holding on as you kind of are laid straight out, flow of water. I assume everyone is going to try to raise you to the.
Oh, yeah. I grab him.
Yeah, we'll reach down and snag him. We need to.
All right. Why is this not working? All right. Hold on one second. This is my computer is lagging. All right. Here we go. All right. As you kind of hit this platform, you're able to pull successfully Carrick and Jack out of the water as it rushes by, and y'all will find yourselves on this platform. And as you hit that, despite the loud noise of the water, you will hear tremendous crashing and roaring. It's a commotion. I mean, it sounds like a battle is being fought. You're going to hear a roar louder than, definitely louder than anything you've heard, or at least you may have heard something similar in the past. But it's an extremely loud guttural roar. You're going to hear howls and screaming, and you'll be able to kind of see what you're able to see.
Yeah. I'll put my head out just a little bit, take a look, and step back. Be like, yeah, there's something up there.
All right, what you were able to see with that quick step out, you're going to see an extremely large fanged dragon that is destroying pillars and destroying parts of the entryway. It appears to be locked in battle with several creatures that you've faced, wights and skeletons. It is swiping its tail around, breathing cold fire. They appear to be completely locked in battle. Nothing noticed you. To your right, if you check the map, is what you would lead to believe, based on the map Carrick has, is the exit.
There's a dragon out there?
100% that is a dragon. I've seen several of them.
Good at killing dragons. Ivor, go kill it.
Yeah, do you still have that fancy bow? Oh, wait.
No. I don't.
As y'all going to continue to process the information that Grim has relayed to you, as this thing continues to fight and it swings its tail around, it's taking more and more of the pillars out in the room. Parts of.
Did you see the dragon? I'm going to look at it. I'm going to step out and look. Just peek around.
Okay.
See what it's doing. Like, what is it? You said it's shooting fire. What kind of fire is it shooting?
Cold fire.
Carrick is going to pull out a bit of phosphorus and cast fire shield on himself.
Okay.
And I will be resistant to cold damage.
Okay.
And then I will step out into the room.
Okay. It takes no notice of you. You see the same thing that Grim saw for a second. This thing is locked in battle with several creatures. It is occupied at the moment with these undead creatures that are approaching it from the north part of the room.
Do I see the door? No, I don't think I can.
Yeah, Baron's gonna head to the exit.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Point of it, right?
I think I can kill it on the stay.
Kill it at the door.
Wait, I'm going to wait until everyone kind of sneaks past.
Okay. As Baron and Grim make their way, they're going to see a large steel door that is slid to the right, and you will see. You'll basically see snow and ice. You'll see daylight for the first time in some time.
I'll look out the door, Well, I can't see it. Can it? With it I just can't tell. I mean, is
I'm
this
not going that way. I just wanted to see what the dragon looked like.
I was going. I thought this was a Braveheart moment.
I was just to see what the picture looked like since everybody hasn't seen it.
I never did see it. That's funny.
You can drag your token up there if you want. I really did. I was looking at it and I was trying to figure out, I was like, what is Jack doing?
I was gonna go do one of the memes and seduce the dragon.
I actually saw that one when I was trying to send a funny one today.
All right. Once we all get out there, I'm gonna ask Corey.
This will probably based on what y'all heard previously before you descended into the water chamber when you heard loud things being destroyed. You kind of put two and two together and realized that this thing has some way made its way into this structure and is ravaging the entryway. So that would account for the destruction that you heard high above you in the session before. All right. So is everybody getting the heck out of Dodge?
I guess so.
All right. Y'all will make haste out the gates of the Citadel. And as you do that, I need to do that. You will find yourself sitting on the exterior of the Citadel. It is the middle of a snowstorm. You are basically only the lonely up here. This is going to give you an idea of a reminder of what you were at. Y'all are at the bottom of this structure. And the wind and snow hit your face, and you will make haste down the steps and to the actual exterior of the mountain. You'll begin making your way through the snow, through the tundra. It's going to be about knee high, and you will
walk. I'm going to cast prestidigitation on everybody to draw him off.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask where Jarud is.
I'm going to ask where Ares is.
I can tell you where Ares is.
Yeah.
He's parked where you left him. All right, let's see here. Y'all should be on the map. And y'all are up here. As you make your way through the tundra and continue to try to put as much distance between you and the Citadel, the snow is beginning to become more fierce as evening is beginning to hit. The temperature is drastically dropping. I need everybody to make perception checks.
Hey, 2 natural 20s. How about that? Natural 20 at disadvantage.
All right. As you do that, Grim is actually going to, Grim and Carrick are going to notice some movement in the snow drifts, roughly about, about 50 feet away. It appears to be approaching you. It is humanoid in figure. Or in appearance, and it appears to be coming your way.
I'll tell everybody somebody's coming.
Yep, I'm gonna go over there and greet this individual.
I'll follow him.
I'll follow.
All right. As y'all follow, this figure continues to approach you as well. As you get closer, you are able to make out that it is a human or a person. And as you get roughly within maybe 15 to 20 feet of, it's hard to make out with the blizzard that's now hit and kind of hit you, but he is going to say, "Hey there, how many of there are you?"
That's a tough question.
That's
Too soon, man. Too soon.
I'm going to yell back in Dwarven, and there's 6 of us.
Say it again.
I'm going to yell back in Dwarvish 6.
This particular individual is going to respond to you in Dwarvish and say, best follow me, or you can assuredly guarantee that this will be your gravesite. This blizzard is going to be one for the ages. I can get you to safety, but you have to follow me now.
Does he seem honest?
You can make an insight check.
I think this game goes broken.
Graham, based on the tone of his voice, the way he said it, and him speaking it into your native language, yes, he seems to be telling the truth.
All right, I'll follow him.
All right, as anyone else following him, or just Grim?
Yeah, following.
Yeah, following.
All right, as y'all get closer to him, he kind of meets you, and you are greeted with someone that looks like this. He says, "Greetings, travelers. This is not someplace I normally run into people. My name is Straith Urquhart. I cannot warn you enough. We need to make as quick haste as we can. I have a makeshift cave that we can hole up in and get some warmth. You don't look particularly well. We can probably reach it before the ice storm itself hits." And he beckons you to follow him, and you will actually head closer back slightly where you came from, more toward the citadel than away. But he will show you a cleft in the mountain, and as you kind of are near it, you'll be able to see where there's some debris that he has used to hide, covered in snow at this point, but he's able to find it quite quickly. He will pull it back and usher y'all into a dark cave.
Just point of order, Carrick's going to pull his hood up and kind of stay in the rear of the pack.
Okay. As y'all kind of file into the cave, he's going to pull the debris over the cave. And just as quickly as he had uncovered it, by pulling it back, the snow is so severe that it is going to begin to cover it back up. He will take you to the very back of the cave where the wind isn't able to bite through. He is going to light a very small torch that he pulls out of his one of his packs, and you will get a good look at him. He is an elf. And he is going to say, "Well, I'm sure there's a very good story as to how you ended up here, or actually came from the Citadel. I'm sure there's going to be time for that. But first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that this dragon does not find us. Narfling is not one to be trifled with."
Narfling?
Correct. Yes. He is an ancient fanged dragon that has made these peaks his home. He spent quite a bit of time here, and one of his favorite things is for those unwary travelers that are dumb enough to move to make their way up here. He makes quick
Good
work.
thing you ran to us then.
Huh?
Good thing you ran to us then.
He says he from the last I saw of him, have you had a chance to lay eyes on him? Do you know where he's at?
Yeah, I think we saw him.
Okay. More than likely, he says he's probably drawn to the same thing that I saw. That citadel has been dormant for hundreds of years, and just recently we saw lights in parts of the keep at the utmost part, and the ice had begun to melt as steam rose from parts of it. I can only assume. Did you have something with something to do with turning on the power up there?
Not personally, but members of our party did.
He's going to say it's definitely fortune that caused us to meet. I only happen to be up here looking for treasure myself. Again, very few not only make their way up here, but even less are able to escape Northling. He'll kind of give you an idea of some history about Northling. And he will take this time to kind of tell you a bit about himself. He says, well, I'm a ranger in this area of the Algarondan Peninsula. I'm kind of from all over. Is there a particular reason you decided to take a little vacation to the Citadel?
I mean, it wasn't our first choice of locations to land, but it's the closest to our final destination.
I mean, where is it that you're exactly trying to get to? Because there's not much up here.
No shit. We are trying to get to one of these places on this map.
We're looking for Private Ryan.
Looking for what?
Private Ryan.
Is it Iathar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Iathir. All right, and I'm assuming just because that's what the way it started, that all of this is still taking place in Dwarvish, or have you switched to Common?
He asked me in Dwarvish. I'm going to speak my native tongue.
I speak
Okay.
Dwarvish.
Okay. So yeah, he'll continue to talk to you in Dwarvish, and he'll explain, you're a good day, a couple of days journey to Iathir, but I can promise you the weather is much better. I serve around those parts. I can definitely show you the way. Once this storm passes and we are assured that Northling has moved on, I can get you there. Hopefully, no worser for the wear. I'm former militia, and I spent a good bit of time studying this area and terrain. So I'd be more than happy to get you to safety.
Can I ask you a question?
Surely.
Ever been to Neverwinter?
I do not know where you speak of.
Perfect. All right.
The Iron Lords have found a new home.
All right, fellas, I'm going to bed. Good luck.
All right.
All right. So as you continue to speak with him, he will kind of tell you a bit more about himself and where he's from as y'all pass the time in this cave. At some point, I would assume, since the group is just kind of listening to y'all talk, that y'all may have begun to speak in common so that everyone else can hear you.
We should probably speak so everybody can understand.
All right. So I'll pop this back up to y'all. It is now, it should have his bio in there. And he says, absolutely, I will. I'll get you to Iathir as safely as I can. Obviously, there's no guarantees in this part of the mountains, but I can promise you'll be safer with me than if you try to go it on your own.
Well, we would appreciate any help. Is there a chance we could get like a couple hours to rest?
We need to take as long as we can. That this storm, the storms up here are probably. You don't look like you're from around here. They're probably this part of the mountain worse than anything you've experienced. It's going to take a good bit of time for it to blow over, and we also don't want to jump the gun. Northling, if he's on the hunt for something particular, he may stick around for a bit of time. So y'all will be able to take advantage of a long rest. And with that long rest, everyone will be level 10.
Yeah, I'll just say while Graham is talking to this guy, I'm going to kind of put my back to him, pull up my book, and I'm going to cast the tiny hut right in the middle of where we're at.
Okay. Is he in this with you or not?
Nope.
Okay. So y'all will disappear from him?
Oh, I will. Anybody else can come in if they want, but not him.
No, that's fine. I just need to know exactly how this is going to play out, like, because he's in the middle of, I guess, talking at some point.
And he can cast the hut on the side, and we'll go in there at some point.
And he just sees me with my back to him, and then a dome appears. And
Okay, that's fine. He will see this dome appear and then lose sight of you, and he doesn't look terribly surprised, but he will say, that's a neat trick. And he says, probably will keep you a good deal warmer than this cave will.
And then once I have some relative privacy, I will badge to Grim, and I'll say, ask him who runs Eye here.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll be like, hey, so we're looking to go to Ayathir. Is who's in charge of that?
You must definitely not be from around these parts. Yeah, that's it's no secret whatsoever that King Lithvir rules Ayathir.
How many? What's his name?
King Lithvir.
Lithvir. Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Escalante.
Escalante. Where about is that? Oh, okay.
It's south. It's a port city south of Ayathir.
Oh, hell, you're a long way from home too, brother.
I bid that my hometown goodbye a long time ago. Now I travel the lands around Ayathir and into the mountains.
Gotcha. So
I'm going to kind of step forward at this point, and I'm going to say, look, I appreciate your hospitality, but can me and my friends talk for a minute back over here?
He takes no offense to that and says, "Oh, absolutely. I need to get some rest myself. Take all the time you need. We are going to be here for some time until this storm blows over." So with that, he kind of goes over and leans up to the back of the cave and kind of tilts his head down and kind of seems to, kind of doze off himself. And y'all make your way, I assume, into the tent with Carrick.
Okay, I'm going to kind of look at Carrick and Graham, and I'm like, you guys got all the information y'all need out of this deal? Well, I mean, y'all going to keep talking? Or are we going to sit here and act like Jarut's not gone?
I mean,
What is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, where'd he go?
The freak is wrong with y'all? So I'm a little pissed that we're trying to get information about stuff, and we got one of our guys gone.
Yeah, well,
It seems to care.
I still haven't got the details
seems
of
to
what
care.
happened to Jarut,
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Well, he was
all on the bridge.
second, and then he wasn't, right?
So
I was way away from there. I had no idea.
honestly, he just kind of fell apart in front of me.
well, what are we going to do to get him back? Is there any hope? All you magic guys?
It's above my pay grade. I'm not a healer type.
Don't ask me.
I only know of one option.
What's that?
We can ask if he could be brought back.
Who do we need to talk to?
It's a very slim chance it was going to work.
Well, who can do something like that? Who's powerful enough? Like a necromancer kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, a high level cleric or somebody like that. I could ask.
Well, we got a low level Carrick, so what is that?
In this case, it's nothing.
Nothing.
Can we get with the Emerald Conclave? Do they do stuff like that?
We could reach out to them. I feel like I could at least pray on it.
Can't you,
Ask for assistance.
can't y'all
Well, he
talk
was-
to people that y'all know or somebody? Then can't you reach out if you've seen them? Can we talk to people that all over the place?
Yeah, I mean, we could reach out to numerous people.
We can reach out to everybody we know.
I can't today. I can tomorrow.
I have the sending stone to Gemma, but she might be able. I mean, that's the only person we can talk to freely. But the Emerald Conclave has people like that, and he's a part of it.
Drew was in Emerald Conclave.
Mm-hmm. So that would be the first person.
Well, I feel like that needs to be our first priority.
Yeah.
Because if there's a hope of saving a friend, I don't know what happened in there. You guys know better than I do, but
I think there's a good chance he's gone forever.
What about local help?
I mean,
You think anybody around here might?
I don't even know who we need to talk to. So that's why I'm asking you guys. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows it's a long goddamn way from here.
theoretically, there's a ruler of an entire country that I might be able to persuade to do what we need to do.
Well, I mean, if that's our best hope, I mean, we can't do nothing. We can't just act like you didn't. I mean, he's.
We're going to do something.
I think we're gonna do everything we can.
Yeah, well, that's my main priority here. For now.
I agree.
I mean, he's in my backpack. I'm not super comfortable with that, but
At this point,
He's in your
at this
backpack?
point, I had this visualization of the beach when you try to make a sandcastle and it gets wet. You have like mush in your backpack.
Wait, he's in your backpack? I didn't know that.
well,
Yeah. He scooped him up and put him in his backpack. So he got wet.
So I'm sure.
I'm gonna take out.
still there?
I'm gonna take out two
Oh.
silver. I'm gonna take out 2 silver pieces and throw it in the backpack.
That's great.
That was cold there.
Hey, question: did he scoop up Droot's gear while?
Nope. It's all gone.
It's disintegrated.
Now all the magic stuff just drops.
Yeah. It's no longer magic.
Oh, it's just mundane. What about like his gold? He had a whole bunch of gold on him.
If it wasn't biological,
It's all drowned. No, magic gear survives. It just falls into the pile of ashes, but it's all drowned in the water now.
yeah, that's what I mean. If it wasn't biological, it's part of his body.
You just picked up his ashes. You didn't pick up anything else. That's what I'm asking.
No, he just picked up his ashes.
It was a crap ton of stuff.
I mean, I don't know if I could have carried
Yeah,
everything.
carried anything.
I'm trying not to get exposed myself.
I think this guy, this outside guy, is probably wondering why we're just like everybody is weighted to the brim with gold at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I did learn. I need a body to bring people back, and he's a mess of muddy ashes at this point. So
Yeah.
I could maybe try to form him into a essence of himself and try to bring him back, like mold him into himself. It's not gonna work, but
So he died the one way we can't bring him back. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying the one way I cannot bring him back right now.
A level 20 wizard or level 17 wizard could bring him back, maybe.
Hey, go slay that dragon, and then maybe you'll be level 17.
By myself.
Yeah. Dang.
I mean, is he really the one way that we can't bring him back? He got killed the one way we can't bring him back?
Yeah, disintegration, the only way is true resurrection and wish spell.
I could ask for a true resurrection. Are we level 10 at this point?
Yeah, y'all are level 10, yes.
Roland has a wish, doesn't he?
No.
But doesn't Ivor have a? Oh no.
No, he has luck.
Okay.
If we're level 10, I'm going to go sit in the corner for a second. And I'm going to spend some time in prayer and attempt divine intervention. which I don't know.
Are we? So are we waiting on him to pray or what?
Unless, yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading something.
So you're going to talk to the Storm Lord?
I'm going to see if he's willing to aid us in bringing our friend back.
So you have to roll less than a 10. Or a 10 or lower.
On a D20 or a D100.
Yeah.
Do it. 10% chance. You got it.
That did not work.
Not even close. I've been
We do that once a day, right?
I've been rolling on my phone for a while now. It took 8 days.
8 days. Well, there's no, is there a time limit on true resurrection?
I don't know. But I mean, how long would it be to get true resurrection? That'd be forever.
No, but he can ask for it. That's the way that divine intervention works. If it's a cleric,
Yeah.
The only thing is that whatever you're trying to bring back can't have been dead for longer than 200 years.
Yeah, so you got 200 years theoretically. Just ask every day.
Okay.
It took 8 rolls to get under 10, and the second time I opened the app, I did it in my first roll.
So, I mean, that's one shot. Grim can ask. And, I don't know, we can go to town. We can ask if he can help us there.
You mean to ask Homeboy if they got some people that are familiar, or if he knows anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't physically do anything at this point other than
Yeah, I can't do it.
mold Druid's ashes into a former a model of himself. I feel like that's disrespectful.
Maybe set him by the fire so he dries out.
I mean, maybe I'm just gonna pull him out and fold him into a ball so when it drops all together.
I can't get this visual out of my head of you making like wet sandcastles with Drew.
I'm just trying to keep it all together, brother. I don't want to lose a leg, you know.
Here, I'll hand him. I had a couple glass vials in my pack. Can I give him one? Will he fit in a glass vial?
That's a lot of ashes, man.
Yeah, it'll take several vials.
I have 2. So
It's a whole probably 250-pound orc worth of ashes.
so like 3 vials.
It's a little bit more than cleaning out the fireplace.
Well, most orcs are just water, right?
You serve water. You know.
Can we just put them back in the water?
What else can we do? I mean, that we do tonight.
I'm just gonna walk out and talk to whatever his name is.
Dreeth?
Yeah, Drew.
Erwin.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go sit by him and kind of nudge him and be like, "Hey, man, we had quite the adventure getting here, and we ran into some trouble, and we have a friend that is no longer with us. However, we do have his ashes. Do you know of somewhere around here or somebody in this area that could possibly help us bring him back?"
He's going to, as you kind of talk to him, he's going to kind of, he's been kind of sitting there resting. He'll kind of raise his head and kind of, sigh when you kind of tell him what's happened, and he'll kind of look up and kind of think for a minute. And friend, the only thing that I could possibly think of is it's been a while since I've been into Iathir, but I know that one of the main religious temples there is the Cathedral of Lathander. And I would believe, if it were me and I was facing something where all hope had been lost, if you're the religious type, the Cathedral of Lathander would be my first stop.
He was 100% the religious type.
He kind of gives you the what for of that, what little he knows about it. He says that Lathander was one of the morning lords. He was a deity of dawn, renewal, birth. And, he favored those that dispelled the undead and blessed those who planted life. He was also the god that many people called upon to bless birth and fertility. There is a cathedral there that is the main, I guess you'd say, church or cathedral in the city. He talks a little bit about the followers, and then he believes that there may be a morning lord there that goes by the name of Surah Ismanel.
What was the name? Okay.
And he kind of gives you that information.
Hey, how long has it been since you've been back there to Iathere?
It's probably been about 8-9 months.
But what's the pulse there? Everything kosher? I mean, we aren't walking into like some political unrest there.
What's the nicest? He kind of says, what's the nicest city that you've been to?
We haven't been to one that really likes us.
He kind of chuckles and laughs at when you say that. He goes, friend, I mean, aesthetically, what's the nicest city?
Oh, aesthetically. I guess Waterdeep.
If you say Neverwinter, I'm going to punch you in the face.
He goes, well, I've not heard of Waterdeep, but I will tell you that Iathere is a combination of one of the nicest places on this peninsula, and it has portions that's one of the worst. But I can tell you that it is a very prosperous city, very friendly to travelers, and it is one of the crown jewels of this peninsula. If anybody can help you, I would point you to that particular city. There are most people, when they travel that direction, have to pay a tax to enter the city, because it is a hub of merchants, and they tax and tariff anybody coming and going. But you will find plenty of accommodations and things to keep you busy, and if you're not careful, things to get you in trouble.
Can we go now? I mean, we need to get this guy back pronto. Tonto.
Absolutely. This would be at the end of the long rest. And he says, I mean, absolutely. Let me do, if you don't mind, you asked for some privacy. I'm going to ask for a bit of privacy. I'm going to head out. I'd ask that you stay here. I know this terrain and this area better than you, and I don't want y'all to do something that would cause or bring attention from Northling.
You're the captain.
Okay. He kind of nods his head and heads out very carefully through the covering that's covered up the cave. As he does so, you're able to kind of see the light break through. It does appear to be bright daylight. You don't see any storm or snow kind of coming down. He is gone. He's probably gone an hour to hour and a half.
While he's gone, no, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. Yeah, he's gone about an hour to hour and a half. Just as maybe a couple of you are starting to wonder if he's even coming back, you'll hear some footsteps through the snow. It does not sound to you from the sounds that you hear that he's being particularly stealthy at this point. He pulls back the covering and kind of motions y'all out into the sunlight. Takes you as y'all kind of exit the cave, it takes you all a little bit for your eyes to adjust. You've been so used to the subterranean citadel and as well as the blizzard that it's the first time your eyes have hit sunlight in some time. And he says, "No worries, friends. I have not found any evident that Northling is in these parts. I did notice that some trail that exited the Citadel and went further up and over the peak to the other side of the mountain. So we should be safe as long as we head in the opposite direction, which is down, and luckily that's the direction we need to go. However, I would not make this a scenic stroll. We need to move as fast as we can."
Hey, you mentioned a tax to enter the city. Do you know what that tax may be?
When you see that, he kind of chuckles and drops his head and says, "That's a story in and of itself. Unfortunately, you will have to go through the keeper of coin and a bigger jackass I've not met."
Well, I mean, we're not trading any goods or.
He kind of will say, it doesn't matter. Any and all that visit the city pay a tax. Frederick Masterson is the keeper of coin for Iathir. If ever there's anyone that I wanted to put 6 feet under, he would be the one. He bases his tax on what he believes someone's ability to pay is. So I would try to stay on his good side, as tough as that may be, because while he's not much to look at, the city guard that protects the city, they do protect his collections, and they are not to be reckoned with.
Interesting.
And so he kind of gives you the 411 on this guy.
Masterson, huh? Well, I guess we'll when we get there. We've been trying. We spent all our gold on before we got here. So
he says, "Well, then you should be in good shape as long as you don't cause any problems for him, and he doesn't catch the whiff of coin on you. Your tax should be minimal."
Awesome.
Wonderful.
As y'all continue to have this conversation and make your way down the mountain, again, y'all converse normally. There's no sneaking here. He seems fairly confident that while a difficult trek and harsh winds, it's pretty easy going. So he kind of gives you the 411 on what you'll since you asked about getting into town. He says the first place, I'm not going to get too close to town. I'm not exactly wanted, but I'm not also not exactly liked because of some of the work that I've done that didn't pan out for people in the city, which is kind of one of the reasons I hadn't been back in 8 months. So I'll get you to the outskirts of town, but that's where we'll have to part ways. But the first thing that you will kind of encounter as you approach town is you will approach Behringer Farms. He's a nice enough gentleman. He doesn't take in boarders, but he may be able to direct you to points in the city. He's going to be more knowledgeable about the current comings and goings than I am going to be. So I would suggest that that's the first place that you stop at. If you seek lodging, there's multiple places in the city that you are able to secure lodging at, but the one that most travelers, even ones that don't enter the city, the most common one that people come across and decide to stay at is Paramara's Inn. She is she's older than dirt. She's been there probably longer than most. Her cooking is pretty shit, and the rooms aren't much better. And she's got the personality of a stick, but it should be a safe place to get some lodging in case you need it. And he says, besides that, I can't tell you too much about what's going on in the city because, again, I haven't been there in some time. As y'all continue to walk and travel, I assume one or both of you, Carrick, Grimm, because Grimm's been doing most of the talking, but Carrick would have some questions. He is going to give what he knows of Iathir and some of its history. And he is also going to talk a little bit about the people that he just kind of mentioned to you that own Behringer's farms that he knows, as well as Hamara Soltasar. And that'll be what the majority of the conversation, based on the questions you've asked and things that y'all have talked about. Y'all travel for most of the day and into the evening. He brings you to another one of his encampments in one of the snowdrift cliffs, clefts behind one of the snowdrifts in the mountain. Y'all will spend another night in the mountain pass. Despite your desire to move on, he warns you that traveling at night is not wise, and so y'all will continue that rest. The following morning,
If it's the next day, or
it's a new day.
all right. As the day breaks, I'm going to spend a little bit of time in prayer and ask that my friend Darut be brought back to us. Yeah. We're getting there. That's closer.
It's on this side of 50.
All right. Y'all will then begin your trek again, and you will continue down the mountain pass. As you complete this leg of the journey, you'll notice that the snow is beginning to thin. You'll start to see green sprigs of grass as you reach the bottom of this pass and mountain. And with the page that we are on, you will y'all will find yourself at the base of the mountain right here. And as you reach the tree line, things have begin to be completely green. You've left the mountain behind. He will take you into the tree line, into the woods, into a secluded area where he has 3 horses tied up. He then kind of tells you, one of these is mine. The other 2 belong to companions that no longer are with me. And he doesn't really expound upon what happened to them. You're free to use them if you like. Again, I promised I would get you to the outskirts of town. I'm going to show you the safest way. We're not going to go into the woods. Most people don't go into the Yearwood, but we will stay near the tree line to avoid any trouble, any roaming creatures that we may spot. And y'all will hop. See, how many of there are you? However y'all want to divvy up the horse riding. He offers to let someone ride with him.
I'll ride with him since I'm the smallest person.
Okay. Y'all will pile on there. Luckily, elves are light and dwarves are small. And so y'all are able to get on the 3 horses, and y'all will spend the remainder of the afternoon making your way along the tree line to Iathir.
Can we retcon a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, as long as
Are we in town yet, or are we gonna have another rest before we get there?
say that again.
Are we in town, or are we? Are we getting close to town, or do we have another rest before we get there?
No, you will be at the outskirts of town when he leaves you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we gonna take another rest, or are we gonna get there today?
No, you'll get there today.
All right. Then can we go back to our long rest time that night? I would like to do something.
Okay.
I'll ask Jack, who I assume will agree with me. I'll tell everyone to. We got a couple options here. We can try and go home to Valor Point and deposit some things in our vault and start over at the Citadel. It's like, or I can hide 25,000 gold right here, right now.
You have 25,000 gold?
I'm saying I can hide that much gold. Like, I don't have that much. I mean, I have a lot, but I don't have 25,000.
At this point, why wouldn't we go back to Valor Point? I mean, if we restart back at the
Point is, the only place I have to jump back to is the Citadel.
No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we can, and we'll just, when we come back, we'll be at the top of the Citadel again.
No.
I don't think any of us necessarily wants to go back there anytime soon.
And I'm not going back into Neverwinter, so.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think jumping to Valor Point at this point is an option. I mean, it is.
That's an option. It's just not one
it's not one we want to take, I don't think, because then we'd have to fight our way out the Citadel again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
So the other option is we put as much gold as we can into this bag of holding, and then I can make it go away to another dimension.
I'm good with what I got. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not going. I mean, are we going through the gate? Seriously? That's stupid.
Well, y'all aren't to the gate yet. Again, y'all are in the outskirts of town.
Why in the world would we ever even entertain the idea of going through that gate?
We might not have a choice. I don't know.
I mean, we certainly don't have to.
Well, that's fine. Okay. I mean, that was the discussion I wanted to have. That's
Yeah. We'll have some time outside I'm assuming once we see the gate, we don't have to like go immediately.
No. He's gonna leave you right outside of the farm.
Okay.
It's 1:00 and I have a 9:00 meeting. As much as I'd like to continue, I need to get at least a couple hours sleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got to take 60 kids to.
Yeah, way worse than mine.
Well, that sucked.
You're level 10.
Most of it.
Some of us.
Yeah, so somebody died. Yeah. It's not, I don't think that is a positive.
Yeah.
Take that as an epic fail.
Yeah, so. Okay.
I'm going to bed too because I'm tired.
Yeah.
All right.
Dead.
All right, guys. Good night.
All right, buddy.
It's, you know,
All right.
Later.